Hi guys, Donna here with your weekly mini reading for July 29th through August 4th, 2024. I can't believe that we've already come to the end of July already. It seems like it was just the 4th of July, and before that it felt like it was just Easter. You know, this year has just been flying by. As a reminder from last week, we had the full moon in Capricorn. So I don't know if you all were affected by that, but sometimes I can't sleep or, I just have a lot of excess energy, kind of a heaviness. It was kind of a crazy week with all the outages at the airports and the train stations and just the internet in general, and then just trying to make it through the week. It just seemed like there was a lot going on, especially for me, but also probably for you and out into the bigger world at large. It is sometimes it's frustrating when the internet doesn't work, or you're in the middle of something and then your flow gets interrupted. So remembering to breathe. Last week we had body care, forgiveness, divine timing, and healing from the Healing with the Angel cards by Doreen Virtue, which actually was very helpful for me, right? Because I was working in that forgiveness energy and the body care, but also remembering it was divine timing and allowing myself to heal. Whatever was coming up, I was allowing it to heal. And sometimes full moons give you weird dreams as well. Then we also had an assist with that from the sort of light deck by Radley Valentine with St. Michael that said, angels of healing are with you. So this was really quite the week to have the angels of healing with us. And if there were people that needed healing in your life, hopefully they got good news and that you're seeing some visible results this week. And then we had from the Angel of Abundance cards, we had moonlighting, which was, if you were thinking about starting another job, or you wanted to start your own business, then this was the week to realize that you could start to think and formulate a plan for that so that you could moonlight doing that while keeping your other secular job in order to feel stable and to have that stability you need until your business took off in such a fashion that you were able to generate income from that. And then we had our affirmation from the Positive Affirmations for Dreamers, which I use each week now. And it was, I trust in the process and flow of my life. I trust in the process and flow of my life. Sometimes I have trouble with the flow. I'm trusting in the process, but the flow sometimes gives me a sticking point. So I was really working on letting go of my need to control, which at times takes over. I want to go with the flow. I do. I want to breathe and I want to go with the flow, but the truth is I don't always. So, and then I have to forgive myself for trying to be very controlling in whatever instance. It's usually circumstances that are out of my control, like the internet being out, or really getting my mind set on doing something in a business way, and then it not coming to fruition, not because of me, but because of what I'm using. I can't quite get the information I need to where it needs to be due to the internet not cooperating with me. So I'm going to take a breath. We're going to call in St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel. And as they come in, start to relax your shoulders and feel, their presence. And here we go. What do we need to know this week in regards to our message from the angels and the archangels? Okay, wow. And 3, fly out of the deck. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got surrender and release. There's my need to control, right? We have playfulness. And then finally, we have support. Okay, so when we start with the surrender and release card, which the reason I'm laughing is that's really something that I sometimes, as I was saying, I wish I could go with the flow. This week, since we had that last week, right? The angels of healing were with us. Our affirmation was, I trust in the process and flow of my life. Um, we're at a place this week where now it's time for us to surrender and release whatever we need to. Could be like me, my need to control situations, or it could simply be that we're surrendering and releasing to whatever is happening in our life, that we're acknowledging it, that we're leaning into it, that we're not trying to bat it away, or surrender and release is you're trying to make a decision and you just keep running into a brick wall, right? So you just have to stop, have to breathe. And I use the same affirmation. I am surrendering and releasing my need to control the situation to you, Father. And as I do, everything turns out perfectly. And I just keep repeating that to myself when I find that I'm struggling and stuck as well, especially when it really is something that we want so badly. Sometimes we want something so badly, we're holding on so tight. And the trick is we have to let it go. Right? We have to let it go. And in letting it go, it allows the flow to happen. Okay? So this week, see where you need to surrender and release. Also, when we had the full moon last week, there were a lot of us that had some issues, especially in that healing coming up to the surface to be healed. It can be very triggering because when healing happens, sometimes it's a crisis that happens in our body or to someone else, and it causes us to be triggered, and we need to breathe and we need to rise up and we need to see what we need to surrender and release. Maybe there were some issues that came up for you that you thought maybe you had healed a long time ago, because I know that happens to me too, and that I needed to really take a second or third or 15th look at it and go, I don't want this anymore, and really I'm just so tired of it. I'm just so tired of being at this place or back at this lesson that, didn't I thought I took care of that a long time ago. Oh, I see. It's a deeper layer of that. So now it's coming up to the surface, and we're going to go, okay, I'm just going to surrender and release. What comes to mind is a river, right? We're on the river. We're in maybe a boat, and we have our fingers in, and we're lying back, and we have our fingers in the water. And we know that every time that boat moves, that our fingers are touching a different part of the river. And as we're there, lying there in the sun and listening to everything, and you're just floating along this river, you see leaves go by, and you can put whatever it is you need on that leaf so it goes away, that you're getting distance. Sometimes that's all we need, is a little different perspective. So see how you can use the surrender and release card this week. Next, after we do that, now it's time to play. It's time to be in that lighter energies. What is play? Play is just simply, let us just have fun, right? Maybe you want to have dinner with your friend or lunch with your friend. Maybe it's been really intense at work and you want to let that go. Find ways to play. Find ways that you can lighten the load. Because to me, play is not having responsibility, right? Because when we're kids, we just play, and we play pretend. Maybe that's what you do. You pretend, or maybe you go and you decide you want to be in a play. Maybe acting is your thing. Go see if there are, auditions that you can audition for. But find something that makes your heart sing. Getting together with your best friend and going out and just, doing silly things. Trying to find the silliness, the playfulness, the non-responsibility part of us, because we're so responsible all the time. And now this is about just letting go and playing. And then finally realizing that we have the support. We have the support of the people around us, even if we don't always feel that. We have the support of our loved ones who have passed on. We have the support of the angels, of course. And we have the support of God, and all that encompasses, right? All the good. There are angels and guides and people in your life that want to help you and be supportive of you. Sometimes we have to actually reach out to them, or we have to tell them what's going on so that they can give us the moral support we need. we don't always want to have to share our burdens. So you could just, send a text. I need a positive affirmation. Or, and I'm saying to me, you can send a message, you can send a text, you can leave a comment. Do you need a positive affirmation? Do you need some sort of support that says you're not alone? We are never alone, but sometimes it doesn't feel that way. Sometimes it feels like we're alone. And part of this time is reaching out and realizing, no, I'm not. I just have to have the courage to speak and to say, hey, I could really use something positive, because I've really gotten stuck down in this negativity and I want to rise up above it. And I don't know, do you have a different perspective? And that's really what we need to do, to encourage each other, right? That's what we're here for, to encourage each other, to give each other some moral support. So remember, you're never alone. You do have the support of your guides, of God, of those around you. And that by having that support, you're able to give up that sense of responsibility you might have, and stay in that playfulness energy, so that you can surrender and release. Because when we're playing, we're not really focused upon all of the responsibilities and the worries that are plaguing maybe our thoughts. Okay, so next we're going to ask St. Michael if he has any more to add to that, because I do, playing is so important, and I think that we run out of, I know I do sometimes feel like I run out of time, but I really have to make the effort to play. Okay, and then this one is so great. We had the play, we have the support, we have the surrender and release, and now embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Wow. Okay, this is about allowing. Remember I said we have to allow? Well, now we're going to allow our miracles to manifest, right? Our wishes to be fulfilled. We all have wishes. This is the week to ask for them and to realize that it's a very doable thing this week to have our wishes fulfilled. What are your wishes? Or what is it that you'd like to embrace? And realize that this is a magical moment, that we're in the perfect divine timing for it. We've surrendered and released our need to control. We've played, we feel the assistance, and now we see the magic. Because sometimes that's what it's about. It's about seeing the magic, which reminds me of children, right? Because everything, when you're a little baby and you look around, you have this sense of wonder, and everything is magical. A flower blossoming is magical, or you see a butterfly float by and now you're mesmerized by that. Think of that as play. Think of that as the magic that's all around. And see if you can embrace that this week. Where can you find those magical moments? And then embrace them and encourage others. Maybe you're that magical moment for someone else. All right, and so we're going to ask the Abundance Angels, what's our message this week? What is our message this week? Okay, here we go. Two of them came out together. Whoops, where's that other one? There we go. Here we are. Two of them came out together. Take a divinely guided chance, right? Sorry. And then the other is block out distractions. Isn't that good? Okay, so the divinely guided chance is all positive changes and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you're ready to follow your divine guidance into new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make more room for the new and more meaningful opportunities. So just as we're talking about surrendering and releasing, this is saying a divinely guided inspiration, a divinely guided chance is going to show up this week. And then we have blocking out distractions that came out with it. So your life purpose and other priorities I'm going to put on my glasses because I can't read this. Sorry. It's not good. I can't. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything to distract you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly black them out. Okay, so this is giving us permission to really block out those distractions. Go play, right? Go play. Go find that magic, because when we do, this card is very magical too. If you look at the divinely guided, right? Divinely guided chance. Take a divinely guided chance. That's magical. Kind of goes along with this magic, right? So this week, the abundance angels are saying, by blocking out the distractions, by being able to walk away from whatever is troubling us. It can be our electronic devices, but it can also be people, places, and things. It can be situations that have come up. If we can block out the distractions, if we can just say an hour this week to really focus on us and what do we want, then by blocking out those distractions, you're able to really hear what it is that you're needed to do, or what God is asking you, or the divine or the universe is asking you to do in order to manifest your magic, right? That divinely guided chance. Because when we take a chance, there's always a risk. But this week seems to be the week of taking risks. And then finally, let's see what we have for our affirmation this week that goes along with this. Because, it's always scary to take a risk. We all want to feel safe, but I don't know that we feel safe in this world anymore. It's just such a crazy, topsy-turvy time. Okay. I am growing beautifully, patiently, and purposefully. We had this a few weeks ago, I think, right? We have to be patient, but we also have to be on purpose, right? We have to really think about what it is that we want and do it purposefully. I am growing beautifully, patiently, and purposefully. So you're growing into who you need to be. And by being patient, by really focusing on that you are growing, that you're spiraling upward, like I like to say in that spiritual growth card, that we're growing. Just like the seed is growing into the beautiful flower, we're kind of like an acorn that's growing into our beautiful tree that we're going to become. And in doing so, we're able to stand and own our power, right? So I would encourage you to block out the distractions, to take that divinely guided chance, to embrace the magical moments that are showing up this week, that you are asking for guidance from your guides, feeling their support, and knowing that through the play, you'll be able to surrender and release anything that's holding you back. So I hope you like this mini reading. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, please comment below or find me on Facebook. Like I said, if you need words of encouragement, I'm always there to give them, and I'm your biggest cheerleader. So always know that whatever is happening probably has happened to me at some point in my life. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, please just hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and hit the like button, as that, I guess, rules all the algorithms for, getting YouTube to notice that I'm, making an effort and making a difference. But I hope you have a great week. I will see you next Monday in August. I can't even believe that. And in the meantime, please be safe out there. Ask the angels to help you. And remember, you're always on my Reiki radar. I'll see you soon. This is Donna.